What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the We Run on Coffee podcast. You guys haven't been gone as long as we've been gone, but I'm feeling a little rusty. What about you? I'm like, what do I
I'm
say?
also I'm also feeling a little rusty, but as you can tell, I might be feeling rusty because of other reasons
Different
too.
reasons. Yeah, so welcome back. We hope you guys are faring well with our new schedule. I hope you don't miss us too much. We're still here, I promise. But anyway, what are you drinking this morning, Marissa?
I'm so excited to show you,
Ooh.
Erica. A new Alani flavor came out.
Oh, I think you posted this on your story.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, two Alani flavors have came out,
Oh.
but they've been like rolling them out like crazy. Three have come out this year,
Oh,
but
wow.
this is their newest one. So I ordered it the day that they came out,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's cotton candy
It's so
flavored.
cute.
It
Okay, how
is
is
so
it?
cute.
Is it good?
It's very, very good. I think
Ooh.
it's like a 9.5 out of 10. This and the Witch's Brew are probably
Mm.
my favorite flavors.
I was just gonna ask what your favorite flavors are. I love that.
And I
Oh
was
my
just looking
gosh.
because I like looked back and I saw the last time I ordered Alani's and it was August 11th of
Oh
last year.
wow.
And that is when the Witch's Brew
Witch's
came
brew?
out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's coming. I'm
Wow.
so excited. That's like the first
That's
taste of
honestly so
fall.
soon.
So
Yeah.
it's so
Wait,
soon.
that's actually I can't believe that. That's
I
crazy. Literally two
can't
months.
wait. Okay, I'll
Oh
stop
my
talking
God.
about
It's
it.
gonna be
I'm
Marissa's
trying.
favorite time of year.
I know I'm really trying my best to not rush through summer these days because I know that
Yeah.
that's annoying, but I can't help it.
That's okay. I'm happy it's summer here. I've been traveling, as you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram.
I mean,
But I
I've been
left,
bebopping around too,
true.
so
I left for 2 weeks and I feel like I came back and it was summer weather. So I was happy. Because when I left, it
hmm
was still like extra long spring. I was like, stop
extra
it.
long spring.
Like, stop being spring. F you, Punxsutawney Phil. Like, what the hell? So it's
He
been a
said,
mess.
hey, don't throw shade
Yeah,
at me. He said, I only talk about winter to spring. I don't care about spring to
literally.
summer.
He's like, you're not in the inner circle. I'm not talking to you. Anyway, that's I forgot to say what I'm drinking. I almost continued. I'm drinking my normal coffee, you guys. This is like what I'm here for. I'm just here to be your stable force every week and let you know I'm drinking the same damn thing I drink every week, which is
That's
a breve.
okay.
It's a brown
Yay.
sugar honey breve, which, by the way, you guys, my one coffee a day is going so well that I've actually thought about drinking one shot a day and even cutting down my double shot because I'm crazy. I'm just
Oh.
so chill. I've never been more chill in my life. I don't know. It's just really weird, which no one sounds chill when they say I'm so chill, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes you sound
like you sound
so
crazy.
chill, Erica.
No, it's just wild. I'm like, I care so much less about every little detail than I used to, which is actually very relaxing. Like you wouldn't believe. I'm like, wait, I'm not so stressed all the time. Oh, I'm so excited for what you just typed on the document. Okay. Anyways,
I
we're gonna
forgot.
catch up, you guys. Now that we have episodes every other week, we obviously record a little bit less, so we're doing like a once a month sort of thing. So get ready because our what's new recaps are going to be much larger recaps and much more broad about things we've been doing, which is exciting. And then also when we look ahead, we're just gonna have so much stuff to throw at you guys, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
good. So
And
Marissa, what's new?
also, yeah, okay. And also, this does not mean that the episodes will be shorter, like the content of the
No.
episodes, because you know that we are going to keep the same ideas that we already had planned
Yes.
and then just talk more at the beginning,
Yeah, if anything,
unfortunately.
it's probably gonna be a lot longer, so buckle up.
I really tried to cut down my updates, but like I just
Same.
had so many things that I wanted to talk
I
about.
know. If the episode's too long, you guys, you could just listen to it half and half, one part every
hmm
week, and then you won't miss us.
Exactly. And then you won't
Just
miss
saying.
us.
Facts. All right,
Okay,
let's dive
my
in.
updates. What has been going on? So, for Memorial Day weekend, I had my friend Deja and Alan visit. Deja
Yes.
is the one that's going to be moving here soon, and they just like came for the weekend. We went hiking, we had a cookout. We just like spent time around the apartment and like taking them around the area. We went to a farmer's market. It was so much fun, and I'm really
Uh,
excited for Deja to move here. I actually was texting her yesterday to see if like she had locked in an apartment yet.
yeah.
And she said they're still not posting dates for like the time period she's moving yet because
Dang.
it's just a little too far out.
Yeah.
And I think it's annoying that she can't figure it out yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully she finds out
Oh,
soon.
that's so exciting. Do you think they'll be close to you guys?
Yeah, one of the apartments she was looking at was actually in our complex.
Oh,
So
slay. That would be so
she
fun.
There's three. One is actually the apartment complex I lived in when I first moved here.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like 10 minutes south of here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's looking here. And then there's another one about 5 minutes down the road from us. So
Oh my gosh.
she's going to be working very close to where we live. So she knew to look in the area and she didn't want to
Yeah.
be like too far from us. She has family like in DC and in Baltimore. So like I know
Oh,
she's not going to spend like every weekend with us, but it would be
right.
nice to have
No, that'll be
somebody
so
so
fun.
close.
Yeah, that's a dream. That's so
Hmm.
exciting.
I know. I can't wait. My next one, the weekend after that, I went to the Outer Banks for the first time,
Yes.
and it was a lot of fun. It was like not the best weather. It was the first
Yeah.
weekend of June, so it was like it was like not, it was sunny, but it wasn't hot.
Right.
So I was sitting on the beach in like my bathing suit, kind of shivering, and I was like, I don't love this.
Vibes.
It was like low 70s, but with a breeze, so it felt
Yeah.
like low 60s, which was not the vibe for the going to
Right.
the beach. And it was overall fun. Scarlet got to go to the beach for the first time
Oh.
and she got covered in
Oh, I'm
sand.
sure. She
And
looks so
then
cute though.
she slept for like 12 hours because she was so
Dang.
tired after.
Get it, mama.
I know.
That's crazy.
And then my next one, I went to the Post Malone concert since the
Yes.
last time that we recorded. That was the day after we got back from the day we got back from the Outer Banks.
Oh my gosh,
Drove
that's
back
wild.
that day and then we went to the concert. So it was really good. I do think, unfortunately, it was the worst of the Post Malone concerts I've been to.
Really?
Yeah, it was
That's so
his
sad.
big ass stadium tour. So it was in
Yeah.
stadiums, and I don't think I like stadium tours.
Oh, yeah, it's
Can't
definitely a different experience.
You can't hear anything if you
Did
don't
you?
know the like music. I mean,
Right,
I know the music, so like it
right.
wasn't like that. It was like if you didn't know the music, how are you going to know what they're singing?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
can't hear
That's
anything. The
so true for
acoustics
Taylor
are
Swift
bad.
too. Yeah. With the
Ugh.
Taylor Swift, it's like you couldn't hear over other people singing. Like it was
Oh.
like a sing-along musical, but you couldn't hear over the people. Like you could barely hear Taylor Swift. But did you like Jelly Roll? I know
I
you haven't
did.
seen him yet.
I do like Jelly Roll. I liked seeing him live.
Yeah.
He was like, he was so energetic. It was so fun to see him live.
He is so fun. I'm getting excited. This is spoiling my look ahead, but I'm seeing him next week. So I'm really
Oh,
excited.
yay.
Yeah.
I'm moving around the order of my catch up really quick, just so I go in
Catch
order.
up. Yeah.
But the Post Malone concert was really good. That was my
Yeah.
fourth time seeing him in 4 years. And
Wow. Wait, that's a big break because you've seen him a
yeah.
lot.
Well, no, I've seen him every year for four
Oh, I
years.
was like, how have you not seen him in 4 years? I'm like, you see him all the time. I was so
No.
confused. Okay. That makes sense.
It was a really good show still. I really liked the set list. I really liked how they did it, but
Yeah.
I wish that they would go back to like their smaller venues
Right.
a little bit. I get the like whole appeal of doing a stadium tour,
Yeah.
but your music sounds
It's
like
different.
awful.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't good.
Yeah.
Um, the next one, I went to the
I
allergist
can't wait
like
to hear
Erica
this.
did,
Yeah.
and I talked a little bit about like at the beginning of the appointment, I like talked with the like allergist, I guess, with like all my thoughts and things.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have any concerns. I was like, I just wanted to get like a full picture. I was
Yeah.
like, when I was a kid, I was told I had like so many allergies,
Right.
and I've been avoiding like dairy. I've been avoiding like getting stung by bees,
Hmm.
and I've also been told that I'm allergic to penicillin.
Yeah.
So I told him all of those things, and he was like, okay, so what does your reaction look like with the three things? So I told him about like the reaction with milk. I was like, honestly, I don't really get a reaction anymore.
Right.
I used to get like hives as a kid, but I'm curious if I've grown out of it. He said, everything you're telling me says that you've grown out of it, so you can eat
Right.
dairy as much as you want. And I was like,
Yeah. Slay.
okay. So I've been drinking protein shakes, like the
Yeah.
Fairlife chocolate protein shakes,
Hmm.
and they don't hurt me. So
Yay.
I
That's
think I
good.
think I'm cured.
That's so exciting. Those are so I love Fairlife, by the way. Like their chocolate products, so good.
And then I was talking to him about the venom stings. So like I've been stung
Hmm.
by a bee 3 times. The
Yeah.
first time I had a little blister on the bottom of my foot. The second time I got a really big swollen hand and it started like
Yeah.
going up my arm. And then the third time I got stung in the neck. I didn't like really have any reaction, but that's because I
Yeah.
used an EpiPen right away and went to the hospital.
Hmm.
So I told him those things and he was like, okay, so the one on your hand was like obviously your biggest reaction because the other one
Yeah.
was like stunted by you using the EpiPen.
Right.
And he said, that's called a local reaction. It didn't spread to the rest of your body. I was like, no, I didn't have like hives anywhere. I
Right.
didn't have like other spots on the other sides of my body. And he said, fun fact, every single person in the population of the world has between a 1 and a 3% chance of going into anaphylaxis at any
Mm,
point getting stung by a bee. He said,
interesting.
I don't think that your risk is any higher.
Right.
I was like,
Like,
sick. So I don't have to keep carrying around an EpiPen. He said, no, I don't think that you
wow.
like, he's like, I
Yeah.
think that you might have like bigger reactions, like
Right.
you might swell a little bit more, but
Yeah.
I don't think that your chance of
Like gonna die. Yeah.
yeah, is any higher. I was like, perfect.
Okay.
And then the penicillin one, he was like, so what was the reaction? I was like, I don't know if it was coinciding, but I was taking penicillin for something and I started to get a rash. And so the
Mm-hmm.
doctor told me to completely discontinue it, like to stop
Yeah.
because he thinks I was allergic to penicillin. And he was like, well, about how long into like the course of the antibiotics were you? I was like, oh, about 5 days probably.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, so I also think that was a fluke. And he's like, I think that you were probably getting a rash from the bacteria of whatever you
Mm-hmm.
were like taking the antibiotics for, not the
Right.
antibiotic themselves. So I'm setting up because penicillin's a little bit more of like an important thing to
Yeah.
know if you're allergic to or not. He wants to set up a challenge. So you pick
A
up a
challenge.
prescription, you
Yeah.
pick up 2 half doses of an antibiotic or a
Mm-hmm.
food or whatever. You go into the office, you take the first one, you wait 30 minutes. You take the
Okay.
next one, you wait 30 minutes, and they test you to see if like you're having an
Yeah.
allergic reaction.
Oh,
He's
cool.
like, we're gonna do that. The earliest I could schedule it was November. So
Oh,
it's
that
like
sucks.
so
Yeah.
far away. I mean, I just hope that I don't need antibiotics before then.
Yeah.
He was like, we're just gonna do this in November, and then if we can clear you, we clear you, and then you're good to go. You're not allergic
Yeah.
to penicillin anymore. And I was like, great, I would love to take that off my chart because I don't know what you know about like like antibiotics,
Yeah.
but you can form antibiotic resistance, and
Mm.
penicillin is a really good antibiotic to take because
Yeah.
it's not prone to resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I don't want to be like
Right.
disqualifying an entire class of antibiotics. So I was
Right.
like, okay, I would love to take that off my chart and say that I can have penicillin again.
That's crazy. My sister's also allergic to penicillin. Well,
Really?
she actually is. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they did the allergy testing on my back. I still have like little bruises
Yeah.
on my arm. I don't know if
Yep.
you can see it,
I kind of
but
can.
they did like the arm test after the back test
Yeah.
to make sure that I wasn't allergic to those things. And I am only allergic to one thing,
Whoa.
and
Is
it
it
is
mold?
dust mites.
Dust mites. Let's go. You want to know something? I didn't. Dust mites is the only thing I haven't like treated by getting the dust mite covers and stuff. Like I told you guys I was going
Mhm.
to do that. I haven't done it because I'm cheap as hell, but I need to do it because I think I'm still not getting better with the whole sinus issue. So I think I need to do that. But that's crazy. Me too.
Yeah, that's the only thing out
Twins.
of all the things in the entire world that I'm allergic to.
That's so nice to know. I'm so like, everyone go get an allergy test. It's so
Hmm.
helpful.
I know, and Kyle goes on Monday,
Oh,
and I'm
yay.
really excited to see what his results are
Yeah.
because he's like really struggling, like with Scarlet with seasonal
Oh,
allergies, but he
yeah.
hasn't had seasonal allergies till this year. Like
Hmm.
he's lived here for 2 years. We're going on like we just renewed our lease, so like this will be our third year here,
Hmm.
like third summer, I guess. And his allergies got really, really bad this season, but
Yeah,
they
that's
weren't bad the
rough.
last two. So I was like, it's really hard to tell, but like I don't know if like you're just developing more
Right.
allergies. So and I think that he'll end up being like a candidate for allergy shots to like help him get better.
Yeah, yeah. I'm wondering about that for myself as well. But the thing is, they want me to do, they're like, the one thing you should really try to do is like, what's that called? Like a nasal rinse or a neti pot. And I'm like, I cannot. Like, I literally can't do it. I cannot bring myself
Hmm.
to do it. I can't.
Well, he told me that I was even a candidate for the dust mite
Yeah,
allergy shots. He was like, we could start it. And I just don't think for me personally, it's worth it. I don't think that
yeah,
I show as many symptoms as somebody
yeah.
with other allergies to make it a part of my
Worth
week
it. Yeah,
every week for 6 months and then every month for 3 years. I can't do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
That's a lot.
I just like, I could do it if I was really struggling, but I'm not
Right.
really struggling. So I think I'm
Yeah,
okay.
makes sense.
Okay, and then my last update, and the reason that I sound like this is I went to Warped Tour,
Yay!
guys.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was a last minute decision. I saw the tickets when they were like announced in
Yeah,
October, but you had to be put on a wait list and you had to
right.
pay for the total price of the ticket up front. And the ticket
Hmm.
price was like $350
Oh,
because it's
not
a
as bad as
2 day
I
music
thought. Yeah.
festival. And I was like, I don't really want to pay that much, like
Yeah.
just to be put on a wait list and then maybe not get a ticket. So I was like,
Hmm.
I'll just like sit it out. I was like, it's really sad, but I'll just sit it out. And then I was feeling FOMO this past week, and I was like, I really want to go to Warped Tour. If you don't know what Warped Tour is, it's basically a 2 day music festival of just emo bands.
Emo
Like,
bands. Yeah.
it's like the best music festival for people that like music like that. And I love music like that.
Yeah.
So I looked up on the website to see if they had any resale tickets, and they did, and they were only 160 a piece.
Wow, that's sadly cheaper than going to one night of Morgan Wallen for bad
Mm-hmm.
seats. That's
Mm-hmm.
wild.
So it was
Get it?
it was like verified resale on the Warp Tour website. It took you to a direct link to Ticketmaster, and it was like the only way that you could buy resale tickets. I got 2 tickets for less than a cost of one ticket would have been if I bought
That's
them back in
wild.
October.
You made the right choice.
I know, and I'm so excited that I got them because I went yesterday, and I'll tell you who I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll know some of them, but you won't know
Yeah.
all of them. I saw Games We Play,
Okay.
Mod's Son.
Okay.
Um, I'm forgetting. Oh no. Let me pull up the list of people that were there. Okay. Games We Play, Mod Sun, Mayday Parade. You've probably
Mm-hmm.
heard of that one.
Classic.
The friend that went with me, she wanted to see this band called Streetlight Manifesto.
Hmm.
We saw State Champs. We saw 303.
I love 303 actually. That's
We
like my fave.
saw Sublime. We saw All Time Low, and we saw MGK.
Wow. Wow. I would have enjoyed that lineup. I'm not gonna lie. I like a lot of those people.
And if like all those concerts we went to, like all the sets we went to,
Yeah.
equaled out to us paying $16 a concert.
That's crazy. That's so good.
So it was very, very worth it. There's an
Yeah.
entire other day today, and I'm not going, I don't
So
think.
sad.
I feel
Yeah,
like
we'll see.
I know, I don't think that I would go alone, but it was like you would think like a bunch of emo kids in a room would like be a scary place, but it's
Right.
honestly like that was the safest place I'd ever
Yeah.
been. And like I was up on the barricade,
Oh
I
my
helped people
gosh.
crowd surf,
Yeah.
like
That's
it
so
was
fun.
so much fun.
Aw, I
Oh,
love
and
that.
seeing Dear Maria live was insane,
I got your picture.
Erica.
I'm coming with you. That's so
It was
good.
so good. I have
I
so
love
many
that song.
photos that I will send you.
Oh my
And I don't
gosh.
have like a good photo of my outfit, but I have a video where I
I
took
wish I
like
lived
a
there. I
video of
would
our
literally go. Like, that is so fun. I
Wow.
loved, like, there was a big phase of my teenage years where that's the music I loved. Literally, Dear
Oh,
Maria slaps. And I feel like I'll never see them in concert though, because it's not like my main music or something I still listen to, but it's
well, guess
so
what?
nostalgic.
All Time Low's going on tour this fall.
Oh, that's so exciting.
They
That's
just
so
announced their
fun.
dates yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before that.
Wow.
And the tickets go on sale next Friday.
Wow, wow, wow,
And
wow,
I'm
wow.
like, do I go?
Tempted.
it
Tempted. That's so fun. Last minute tickets is honestly a slay.
it
So
was so
cheap.
good. I guess I don't know how other festivals work,
Right.
but if you ever want tickets to a festival, wait until the day
Yeah.
before.
Literally. Just keep your eye out.
Yeah, it was so worth it. And like Avril Lavigne's playing today.
Yeah.
You know who Sueco is?
No, it sounds
Well, I
familiar
really
though.
like him, and he's playing today
Yeah.
because they weren't there yesterday. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
assuming based off the lineup that they'll be here today. But I
Hmm.
forgot to buy a shirt before I left, and like this is
So
like the
sad.
concert I want a shirt
Yeah.
from. But I also think I want a poster of like
Ooh.
the headliners.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
It was very, very cool.
Posters are nostalgic too. Just like a music
Yes,
poster.
I
So good.
know.
So good.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, you guys. Just when you thought we might be getting started, psych. We have so much to talk about. So since last time I saw you guys, Angela's sister Vernita Grace graduated college. She graduated nursing school, and
Yay!
because she shared it on social, I feel like I can finally share with you guys that she passed her NCLEX on the first try, and she
Yay!
absolutely slayed the house down. Did really well, and she's a freaking registered nurse, labor and delivery
Yay!
nurse. So that was huge, very exciting. She called like a family meeting. And she like was acting like it was all serious and like she wasn't looking very excited. And then all of a sudden she's like, "And I'm a registered nurse," and everybody just screamed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cute. So that was fun. Also, since the last time we talked to you guys, we did the Susan G. Komen race for the cure in Columbus. So we rocked a 5K all together. We just did walking because ain't no way I'm running a 5K ever again, probably. We'll see. But did not enjoy that. So yeah, we did a 5K ruck for cancer. And Angelo's cousin was actually one of the main speakers at the event. So that was really cute to support. Um, and then the big things that happened were two trips. First, I'll touch on this. I went to Murphy's first birthday party.
Yay.
It was so cute. So if you guys don't know, Marissa's sister-in-law, my boyfriend's cousin, Natalie, and Kaden, they have a daughter, Murphy, and she's absolutely the cutest. I just can't believe like every picture. I'm like, oh my God, she gets cuter and cuter. She turned 1, and so they had this very cute little golf-themed birthday party for her. Murphy's hole in one or something like that.
Yeah.
Really cute. Murphy's party, if you will.
Mhm.
But it was adorable, and I loved getting to see her and see the fam. So that was fun. But then my two
Yay.
big things are my travels, you guys. First of all, I went to Montana, and I actually think it's the most beautiful place I've ever been. And you guys
Yay.
know I love Sedona, and it's still up there because it's a different kind of scene. But Montana so surprised me. And Wyoming, I guess, because we went to Yellowstone, which I guess most of Yellowstone is in Wyoming. And the other part of our trip was in Paradise Valley, Montana. Highly freaking recommend, you guys. The mountains were so gorgeous. I'm itching to go back. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been. And it was so just gorgeous. So you guys need to check out my Instagram and my YouTube. As of us recording this, my YouTube is definitely not live or ready or edited, but it's
Mhm.
fine. I'll get it there for you guys eventually. But it was just the most incredible trip. We went for work. So it was a retreat. So only 4 days, which is so sad because in 4 days, two of them being half days for travel, we only had one day to spend at Yellowstone. So I only did
Oh.
one Yellowstone hike, and Yellowstone's massive and has all these iconic, like, the hot springs and all of these different things that I didn't get to see, which it's like nice, but it made me sad because I'm like, no, I want to see more. I mean, the bison were so cute. I did get a season pass, which I'm so excited about. Our CEO was so kind. He was like, it's the same price to buy 4 tickets or to buy a season pass that gets in 4 people. So I might as well just buy 3 season passes and give them to some of you guys. And he was like, Erica, do you want one? And I was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, and it's a
He
national park
knows.
pass. It's only like
Yes.
$60 for an annual
It's
national
really
park
cheap.
pass.
Yeah. And so now I can just go to any national park for a year. I think it's good until like April of next year, which is exciting because soon, I keep spoiling my look aheads, but soon we're going to be traveling to a national park. That's all I'll say.
Mhm.
And I'm like, ooh, I have national park pass. And this is like the one national park where I went on their website and they don't do the national park pass. You just have to buy a pass, a
Oh
parking pass. I'm
my
like, what?
goodness.
So
That's
silly.
so silly.
So silly. But anyway, Montana was incredible. Highly recommend you guys go to Yellowstone. I need to go back. It was so awesome. Then I came back from Montana and I had a couple days and then I went to LA. So very crazy times, but I went to LA with my mom and my sister. And again, I'll post on Instagram and YouTube because I don't want to talk your guys' ear off. But this was a freaking incredible trip. I had no idea what I was getting into when I signed up
Yeah,
for
I know
this.
because it was like mostly just for your sister, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it was like my sister and her Girl Scout troop, they're doing a project for their like silver award, I think is what it's called. And they are going to redo the costume department at the local theater because my sister's in theater, her friends are in theater, my little brother, everybody. And it's like not with the school, it's just like a standalone local kids theater thing. So they decided for their silver award, they're going to redo their costume shop because the costume shop is like moldy and like disgusting. I have a feeling I know about a surprise guest, you guys. Look on the screen, everybody.
Oh
Oh
no, I'm
my
getting
gosh.
attacked.
Hi, Scarlet. Please talk to the podcast. Talk to the people.
You
Look at
say
her.
hi.
Wow, look at her. She's a podcaster. I'm going to screenshot that for sure and put that on Instagram. She's a podcaster. I love her coat.
Oh,
She's
this
like
is
so
so
pretty.
cute.
Hi.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wait, why is she so cute? Oh my God, I'm
I was
obsessed.
just sitting there and I felt her against my leg and I was like, what the hell?
I'm so like, it's kind of depressing. I'm so sad I'll never get to see her as a puppy in real life. Like a
I
little tiny
know.
thing. So
I know.
sad.
She's actually like so big now. Sorry to
She
derail you
is. No, it's
entirely.
okay. That was
But
so cute.
I was telling Erica she's 30 pounds now.
Yeah.
Kyle gave her a bath yesterday. He said, I think I washed all the white out of her because
Oh my
she's very
gosh.
yellow now. And I think I was like,
Really?
does that mean that she's growing up?
Oh, that's sad.
Stop.
Yeah, her white coat is so cute. She's just
Yes, she is
adorable.
getting a little more yellow. She has very, very curly butt.
Curly butt. I
She has
love
very curly
that.
butt.
Oh my God. I love her. So cute.
She is very cute.
Yeah. So Yeah, so my sister and her friends, they're doing the Silver Award. They're redoing the
Yeah,
costume shop,
yeah.
whatever. It's like disgusting at the local theater. No one attends to it. No one takes care of it. It's disgusting. So her best friend's mom is a costume designer, and I think I'm allowed to say this, but she's a costume designer and she works on the Avatar movies. So that's pretty
Mm.
cool. And so she works out in LA, and her friend's mom was just like, "Hey," her name's Carrie. Carrie was like, "Hey, I could help with the Silver Award. Like, I could maybe ask around to the different studios and see if we can come do private tours of their costume shops, and the girls can do like research, like look at how stuff's
Oh yeah.
organized, take notes, take pictures, all that kind of stuff." And so my mom was like, "That sounds freaking awesome. Yeah, like totally ask." So she asked around, and apparently you don't get to do this. Like, even if you're in the costume design thing, the only way that they got to do this is because she told them, like, it's for Girl Scouts, it's for a project, we'll take only this amount of your time, whatever. So we got to do tours of the costume shops at Universal, at Sony, at Warner Brothers, and we got to go to the oldest costume shop and the first costume shop in Hollywood, which is called Western Costume. And it was so sick, you guys. I'm not allowed to show you guys the pictures. I literally can't even post them. I can't put them on YouTube, anything. I can only show people my personal life. I can't send them. It's crazy. I actually, for one
Oh.
thing, I did have to sign an NDA, so I literally can't even talk about that one. It's so wild. Like, I had no idea that's what this was going to be like,
How do
but
they
it was
explain an
so
NDA to
cool.
like 10-year-olds?
No, literally. Oh, they didn't have to sign one.
Oh, I was gonna
Sorry,
say.
choking guys. No, the kids didn't have to sign one, but everyone over 18 did. And so my mom, she signs the NDA, I sign the NDA, and then we do this little tour and we take pictures because you're allowed. And then we get back to the hotel. My mom's like, "Oh, I'm gonna send these to Eric, her husband." I'm like, "You cannot send those. You can't even show them." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't read the NDA."
Mom.
I'm like, "Mom, she won it." So I was trying to, like, they had us do it like just on a little iPad or whatever. So I was scrolling through. I read literally like the main points of each, but I couldn't read the whole thing. It's super long. But I made sure I was going to get an email copy so I could read it later and know what I'm supposed to do. She
Hmm.
didn't read anything. And then she gets to the bottom and she's like, "Will you just sign my name?" I'm like, "No, you have to sign your own name on your own
Oh
NDA."
my
So it
goodness.
sent it to our emails. And that night I was like staying up reading my NDA. So
Mm.
wild. But anyway, all that to say, I had no idea what the trip was going to be like, and I also had no idea that people can't do like go to the costume shops. I didn't know that was like a cool thing or something that
Hmm.
people don't get to do, but that was cool. And then my one of my other favorite parts was we paid for this, just like a normal Warner Brothers studio tour. Highly recommend, you guys. I got to see all the Gilmore Girls stuff. My mom and I took a picture on the gazebo, like literally like Lorelai and Rory. I'll show you guys. It was so
I feel like that was
fun.
probably your favorite
It
part.
was my favorite part. I've been trying to do this. So when I visited Taylor, it was something I wanted to do as well, and I've just been thinking about it for so long. But I also like have always wanted to do it with Angela or someone who like really gets Gilmore Girls. And my mom
Hmm.
and I watched the whole season, and we always say like she's Lorelai, I'm Rory, the whole thing. So I was so excited when my mom was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." So
I
let me
feel
show
like
you guys
that's
the
not the
pic.
first time that you compared you and your mom's relationship to that
Yeah.
relationship
Oh,
though. So I feel like it
100%.
fits.
It's so fitting. Actually, at the gift shop, they had these keychains that were like, "I'm the Lorelai to your Rory. I'm the Rory to your Lorelai." So I bought them for
Oh,
us. They're really cute.
oh.
I'll show you guys. Okay. Here's our little keychains. You can't see them, but I'll put them on the screen over top because I'm editing this one, so have no fear. But here's a picture of me and my mom on the gazebo. It was so cute. We literally look like the closing scene of the show. So if anyone's ever watched Gilmore Girls, you'll know. So yeah, that was really cute. And then also, do you know the show The Pit?
Yeah.
Okay, so The Pit was filming, so we actually saw some background actors for The Pit that were just walking down like the street
Like
of Warner
season two
Brothers.
is filming. That's so exciting. I loved the
Yeah.
first season.
Yeah, they had that was the only, so I guess right now, and guys, sorry, I'm trying to look for this picture, but here it is. It's me and my mom
Aw.
on the Gilmore Girls gazebo. It was so cute. But yeah, so she was saying that every show at in Hollywood right now pretty much is in hiatus. They literally call it hiatus, and it's when you're done filming for a season and you're waiting to see if the, what are they called?
Production
Studios or
company? Oh.
productions or whatever they're called, yeah, are going to pick up your next season or not. So nobody's working really.
Oh.
But The Pit was the only show that was still running, still filming. So they had trailers for The Pit. I saw costumes for The Pit, which this was so cool. I don't know if this is like private info. I don't think so, but I saw costumes for The Pit and they were literally Fabletics and they had a note on them in the costume shop and it said remove logos. So they're literally just Fabletics uniforms and they just take the logo
Yeah.
off, which I thought was really just funny.
That is really cool. I
Yeah.
know that the podcast and That's Why We Drink that I listened
Mm.
to,
Yeah.
one of the hosts used to be a costume designer, or not a
That's so
costume
cool.
designer, a like what is it, a prop person
Oh, yeah, yeah.
in LA.
That's so
And so like
cool.
they would talk about all the props that they would make, and like
Yeah.
they would just like take regular like Cheetos cans and like remove
Yes.
like the labels and stuff.
It's so wild, and nothing like when you're walking through the costume shops and you look around and they'll talk about it too, is like you look at this box of size 6 high heels and they are dirty, they're tattered, they're like bent up, and we're like, these just look, they're like, you might be thinking this looks like a thrift shop, and we were like, yeah, that is what we were thinking. And they were like, you have to think about it, if every pair of shoes or every outfit and whatever you saw in a movie was all brand new, sparkly, shiny,
Mm-hmm.
have never been worn,
It would never
it would
make
look so
sense.
weird. Yeah, like it would look so strange. So it's just funny that it's all like normal clothes that you're
Yeah, I
looking
mean they
at.
probably do go to thrift shops because how would you get clothes that look
Right.
worn?
Yeah, and they have just the coolest stuff. I wish I could show you guys this, but like they have like one of the costume shops specializes in uniforms. You walk in and they have floor to ceiling, and I mean like an airplane hangar size,
Mm.
floor to ceiling rows of military uniforms that they literally just go to the same
Yeah.
supplier and buy them. I'm like, you have, I was literally looking at these ones and I was like, that is in my dryer at home. How do you guys have that camo? Because
Yeah.
that camo is right now, which I know is like, you can't even
Yeah, you
sell it
have
at a yard sale.
different.
You can't take it to
Yeah.
Goodwill. Like it's an active camo. And she's like, yeah, we just buy it from the same people. I'm like, what? So that they
Yeah, I
can make
mean,
modern movies and have
yeah.
it for when the time we're in right now becomes historical. They have all those
Mm,
uniforms. It
mm-hmm.
was so cool. So, anyways, that's enough. But check
Mm-hmm.
out my Instagram and stuff because it was really, really fun. And I just can't believe we did that. I think it's like something you'll never do again, like a once in a
Yeah.
lifetime thing. So I'm glad we went because my sister and mom were the only people from the Girl Scout troop that actually went.
Oh,
And a lot of the other people were like, "Oh yeah, we kind of want to go. I don't know, it's expensive, whatever." And we were
yeah.
like, "I'm so glad that we just didn't care. We just did it. Who cares
Yeah.
how much it costs because you'll never do it again." It was sick. It was so cool.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah. And then the last thing is my new hair, you guys. So
Hmm.
I'll put a before and after on our Instagram, but I chopped my hair and I'm so happy. I also went to my natural color, which looks black, but I swear it's not.
It does look black in the photos or like the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah. It's so dark, but I told her to chop it because I was getting tired of it. And then I was like, for color, I don't know what I want, but the whole point of getting rid of blonde was I want to grow my natural color. So I'm like, can we just do that? She's like, yeah, I'll just take the ends and try to match your roots, which she did. It's all one color, but I almost don't even believe her that this is my real hair color because I'm like, I haven't had it in so long.
Yeah.
So, new hair, who dis? That's pretty much it.
Yay. Mhm.
We have a fun episode for you guys. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long because we're like half an hour in, which isn't
Mhm.
too bad. We've been here before.
We've been here
But we are going
before.
to reflect on our New Year goals that we set in February. So if you guys didn't already, you can watch episode 96. It's called Our New Year Goals and 2025 Manifestations. And because we're like a podcast that's been around for quite a while, we do this every year. Just saying.
Hmm.
We do it manifestations and goals every year, but we don't always do a check in. So I was excited for this because we always talk about a good way to, actually like have accountability with your goals is to check in with them and like remind
Hmm.
yourself of them. So that's it. We're gonna get started. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll just like alternate and stuff or do some
Yeah.
sections. But I'll start us out. I have my top 5 main goals, and we'll just talk about where we're at. So first one's get stronger and more fit and strengthen these bones. Have I done this? Not really. Not
Hmm.
more than normal. Like I'm definitely still getting fit, and actually I'm rucking a lot. I calculated the amount of miles I rucked in a month. Maybe it was last month or 2 months ago. I don't know. But for the whole month, I rucked 50 miles. I was like,
Hmm.
holy crap. I didn't realize how much it adds up when you like really put it all together. So at the end of each month, I go through my Strava and I add them up. And we've been averaging like super freaking high, you guys. I'm so excited. I mean, I'm already done well over a couple marathons over time, which has been really
Hmm.
cool. So actually, maybe that is true. I'm going to check that off. I haven't broken anything yet. So I'm feeling good. My next top 5 goal is to complete 2 half marathon rucks. Haven't done it yet, but I think it's in 2 or 3 weeks is our first one. And then we'll do one again in December. So
Yay.
in progress. My next one is to go on 4 trips, one new state, one new country. So I've been on, I don't know if those 2 trips have been my only trips this year. I feel like that can't be true, but it actually might be.
Hmm.
But Montana was a new state and Wyoming was a new state. So check, check. And maybe those are my only 2 trips this year. That seems unbelievable. I've been on 2. However, I do have two new trips I'm going to share with you guys in the next episode. So
Yay.
stay tuned, I'll say. Establish a great lineup of doctors I really like and trust. I didn't know that was on there. I literally just copied these, pasted them, and then left. I didn't read it. That's really cool because I feel like I have the allergist who I really liked. I now have my primary care who's like a more holistic approach lady, and I love her. She's so nice. So I actually think I did this for sure. And I've gotten over
Yay.
myself because I've made some phone calls, you guys. And then learn a song on guitar I can play all the way through. Have not done that yet. That's where I'm at
Have
with
you
my top
started it?
five. No, haven't even
Oh,
picked it up. I kind of
okay.
told Angelo because he was like, "You never play it. Like, did you even want it? Like, I don't know." Because he got it for me, and I'm like, "No, I for sure did. I swear." But I've always looked at it as something I'm going to pick up when we move, and I'm have so much free time that I'm like, "Oh, what
Mm.
do I even do?" So I kind of have been ignoring it to be honest. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, so I'll start with my first section then. My
Okay.
first section was fitness. So this obviously probably had a little bit of a wrench thrown into it because I was on
Mm-hmm.
crutches for 6 weeks, then I was in physical
Yeah.
therapy for 6 weeks. But
Rough.
my first goal was 50 cycle bar classes by the end of the year, like do total 50.
Okay. Yeah.
So far I've done 15 this year. I
Yeah.
think that number might be a little wrong because I'm not really good at keeping track right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm at 33 classes total. So I'm almost
Wow.
to like 50 classes total and like
Yeah.
a quarter of the way to
That's so exciting.
50 classes by the end of the year.
Yeah. Love.
Um, my next was like a silly goal. I said 183 runs because I
I
wanted to be able to do like a run. Like, what did I say it was? It was
don't
like half
remember.
the days of a year,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one run for every like other day, basically.
Yeah.
I stopped keeping track, but since getting injured in physical therapy, I've done one run.
Aw.
So I haven't really gotten back into that.
Yeah.
Consistently climb V4 to V6 boulders by
Yeah.
the end of the year. With taking time off, I definitely plateaued, but with my new Garmin, it's really easy
Ooh.
to like track the difficulty of the
Yeah.
climbs that I'm trying because on the bouldering feature on my watch, it literally has a bouldering like workout for
Yeah.
this one, and I can select the difficulty before I go
Love.
to do the climb, and then I can say if I completed it or I didn't complete it.
That's
So it's
so
a lot
nice.
easier to track,
I
and I
love
have like
that.
much better stats for it, and I'm
Yeah.
excited. But I
Yay.
did attempt a V5 boulder this week and I haven't gotten it yet. So my mini
Got
goal
it.
would be to complete that before they tear it down.
Oh, because they're redoing them.
Well, they like tear them down
Oh,
like
frequently.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're always in rotation because there's like 6 areas of our gym. So like once a week they'll tear down one section and put up a new one.
Got it.
So
That's a
it's
lot,
like every
actually.
6 weeks
Yeah.
they're like completely new boulders.
That's cool. Okay.
Okay, your
Love.
turn.
All right, guys, I have two small sections I'll go into. So I did things I was looking forward to, and I did continuing one date per month. This is so depressing because we definitely have not done this. We just had
Aw.
like our first date. Maybe we did one this year. I don't know, but we just did a couple when I got back from LA because I left for Montana and then LA. Angela didn't get any of it. I haven't seen him for like 2 weeks. So when I got back, I was like, "Ooh, let's go on a date." So we did a Chili's date because Angela's never been to Chili's before, and it was so fun and so good. And then we went to
Aw.
Menchie's. We called it our Shane Dawson date night because we watched a Shane Dawson video where they went to Chili's and they went to Menchie's and all these places. So I was like, "Ooh, those sound good." Menchie's was my first time. It was mid. I didn't really like it, but I only had one flavor choice, so
I don't know
you
what
know.
Menchie's is.
Oh, it's just like froyo
Oh.
place, but it Angelo said it was like the least good froyo place he's been to because there was barely any choices. Like there weren't a lot of
Mm.
yogurt flavors. So, anyways, I do look forward to continuing one date a month. We also went to a rotating sushi place, and that was super fun. I did it in LA, and then I realized it was a chain that they have in Columbus. So,
Mm.
rotating sushi, highly recommend. And they had beef teriyaki one. That's what I ate because I don't eat fish. But anyway,
Hmm.
that was something I was looking forward to. And then the other thing I was looking forward to when I made my goals was moving and new adventure, which is still to come, but I do look forward to this.
Yay.
And then I'll go into my next section because it's small. I have some new things to try. Homemade Cheez-Its. Have had those multiple times. They're so slap, so fire. Best Cheez-Its ever. They're so good, but they take work. So like I don't make it a lot, but I do need to get back into it. Creating a gym routine. Have not done that, but Angela's been doing good. The floppy ear was like, phew.
Look at her.
Hello.
She's being
Oh
so
my
distracting
gosh.
today.
She's so funny. Have not created a gym routine. Angelo has been getting in the gym with his Garmin like coach or whatever. He has his
Hmm.
Garmin coach telling him what to do. So I should try that, especially because I'm just like have some health things that I think this would probably help. So there's that. And then homemade sandwich bread. Haven't tried that either. So I've tried one of the three things. I need to get working on the others. Yeah.
Okay, my next section is the personal section, I guess. This one's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
So the first thing I put was go on at least 4 trips. So far,
Yes.
I've already been on three.
Yay.
I went to Nashville in April, Ohio in May, and then I went to Outer Banks. I counted as June because it was like May
Right.
31st to June 1st, like
Yeah.
kind of weekend. So I went to those three. And so far, I have 2 more trips planned. We're going to Kentucky next week. We're leaving on
So
Friday.
soon.
Well, I guess this week now because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
We're leaving on Friday. We're driving like overnight, basically, just because we don't want to deal with traffic.
Hmm.
And then we're going to Ireland and Scotland later this
That's
year. We
so
were looking
crazy.
at we were looking at flights
Yeah.
and we almost bought flights, but we haven't yet because we're
Yeah.
trying to see if the prices will get better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You're hitting my goal of new country.
I know. I'm so
Wow.
excited. And then go on at least one out of the house date slash trip a month. We've
Yeah.
also not been good about like saying that it's a date, I guess. We've
Yeah.
just been like doing
Doing
things
stuff.
together. So I wrote down what we've done so far. In
Yeah.
January, we did a dinner date in DC at a place called Bresca. In
Nice.
February, I did my birthday, which I'm counting as like a date night because Kyle was there the whole time. It was my birthday, escape room, and dinner. And then in March, we did another dinner date in DC at a place called Lulu's, and we went to a Connor Price concert.
Nice.
In April, we went on a Nashville trip, so I'm counting that as like trip slash date because
Right.
Kyle said, and I kind of agree with him. He was like, if we're doing a trip that month, I don't think that we need to have
Yeah.
like a solidified date night because a trip
Hmm.
can be our date night because we're spending
Right.
like a lot of individual time together. I was like, that's a
Right.
really fair point. So
Yeah.
I'm taking that to count. May was our trip to the Outer Banks, and then June was the Post Malone Jelly Roll
Yes.
concert. I think we might do like another dinner date before we go to the
Yeah.
lake if we can, like with timing and stuff.
Hmm.
So that might like replace, I guess. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. The concert is a good date night too. So
Yeah, that is. Love it.
yeah. And then I said move out of our current apartment was a goal. That one's been changed because they didn't increase our rent, but we got a puppy instead.
That's so funny. I love
And
it.
then my next one was read 15 books. Currently, I've read 8 and I'm on book 9.
Okay.
I started the year really strong, but I've been on a what I called a hiatus for a
Yeah.
few weeks. I just haven't had time to read because I've
Yeah.
been dealing with the dog and she makes it really hard to do anything else. Oh no, she just took a shit on the
She did
carpet.
not. Uh-uh.
Kyle. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, it stinks.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Speaking
God.
of, that's why we can't do anything because we have to keep eyes on her at all
She
times.
just shit on the floor.
She did.
Oh my
And
God.
that's great. But anyways, I'm excited to start reading more at the lake because I won't really have anything
Oh,
to do
that'll
and
be
there's going to be
nice.
so many eyes that can like watch Scarlet.
Yeah,
So that'll be good.
that's true.
Then I next said build my Animal Crossing island a bit more. I said I have not done anything. So that's
Have not
funny.
touched her.
And then establish other self-care tasks other than working out and be intentional about it. I said we've definitely been going on nightly walks with Scarlet. And while
Yeah,
it's like definitely training for Scarlet, it has also been helping Kyle and I like
that's
wind
nice.
down at the end of the night.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
Okay, I have three things I wrote down to improve upon this year. So one was learning and playing my guitar. So I haven't done that. One was to read more books this year than I did last year. I think last year I read around 9 books. I don't remember. I didn't write it down. Right now I've already read six and I'm on my seventh book. I finally finished Fourth Wing and I loved it. So I'm on to Iron Flame. I'm going to read the next book and I'm probably going to read them a lot faster because I really like them.
Yay.
So I think I'll definitely hit. Oh, wait, I read 10 last year. I see that's my book goal. I'll definitely hit 10, especially because we have some more book clubs coming up for you guys.
Mhm.
And then I also have that I wanted to get my average daily steps for the year above or equal to 6,000 steps a day. Sorry, guys, I'm a little less prepared than Marissa. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna try to pull it up and see where we're at right now,
I'm curious
and
what
I'll tell
mine
you.
is because me and Erica both got Garmin's. I don't know if like we
Yeah,
actually ever said that, but we've
I don't
both
know.
talked about our Garmin's in this
Yes,
episode.
I love them.
And I does your step goal like increase or decrease based off of what you did the day before? Because mine like is
Yes,
adaptive.
yes, mine is
Okay.
too, and it's confusing to me, but
So
yes,
yesterday, because I was at the like music festival,
yeah.
where is it? Where's my steps?
Steps.
Oh, I got 26,204 steps
Oh my God, that's
yesterday.
crazy.
But I'm just gonna do my 1 year average because
Mm-hmm.
like I know I haven't had it for a year, but I feel like that's gonna be the easiest for me to see my average.
Yeah.
My daily average is 10,552.
That's so good. That's not going to be mine. I'm trying to calculate it for you guys. In January, I had my average was 2231, really bad. Then in February, is 3879, but those 2 months I was injured,
hmm
wasn't walking. And then it definitely goes up. March was 4680. I'm adding them up as we go, guys.
hmm
April was 5068 average. May was 6149. And we're not done with June, so I'll leave it out.
Okay.
And divide that by five, 4,401. So
Okay.
not
You're
great,
almost
but
there.
I'm getting closer to 6,000, which was my goal. So I am not going to cross that one off, obviously, you guys, because it's trying to be for the whole year. So really trying to, Angela really has been like trying to get us to get 10,000 a day just because, it's like the standard goal, but it would be good
hmm
for us. So yeah, those are my
Yeah.
improvements.
You should just get a dog and then you have to go on walks.
Honestly, yeah, that would probably help a lot. All right.
Okay. And then the next one is my professional section. So I put finished phase 2 of training at my work. I did start
Mm,
this.
yeah.
I could have been finished by now, but I got very, very busy at work.
Yeah.
I currently have, well, as of tomorrow,
Hmm.
because we have new people starting, I'll have 13 people in training that
Wow.
I'm
That's crazy.
responsible for.
Yeah.
So very, very busy.
Wow.
Get a raise. We're in our performance review season right now, and I should find
Yay.
out this week what my manager's like rating of me is,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I should know my raise by the end of the month. So we're almost there.
Hmm.
Get new headphones for the podcast and set up a solid recording space. Solid
Yes.
recording space is still loading,
Yeah.
aka I
Same.
haven't moved and set up like a new place.
Yeah.
But Kyle did get me new headphones for my birthday,
Love.
and I love them, and they're so comfy.
So good.
And then lastly, I put grow the podcast. We have taken a step back, but hopefully this
Yeah.
allows for better content, which equals more growth and blah, 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 blah. We've already
Yes.
talked about that part.
Yeah. Those are good. Okay. My last little section is just called my 2025 bucket list. Oh my gosh, I'm watching this squirrel probably about to destroy my patio.
Oh
Something ripped my
no.
patio furniture cover like in half, and my camera was accidentally bumped or something, and it wasn't pointing. So I don't know who did it, but it literally looks like someone came and sat on the chair while we weren't here and just ripped it. But I don't know. Anyways, 2025 bucket list. First one is moving. Haven't done it yet. It will happen in 2025 though, so stay
Yay.
tuned. Once we do our annual check-in, you'll hear. Buy a Ford Transit. Probably won't happen. Hasn't
hmm
happened. Buy another house. Probably won't happen in 2025, but I do think it will happen fairly soon, within the year,
hmm
a year. Get a raise at work. Similar to Marissa, we're not at the point yet. I feel like we're doing reviews right now, and then next month is raises. So I
hmm
better get a raise. I hired somebody, which I've never done in my whole life, but me and then my coworker Michelle, she does email, I do social, and we both have way too much work for ourselves. Like we're doing way more than what's our job. So we got to hire someone, and that's gonna like half they're full time and they'll half help me, half help her. So that
mm.
was really cool. I've never hired someone, so that was awesome. Monetize my YouTube. Haven't done this, and I have actually not posted in weeks because I've been very busy with life. But for some reason, my watch hours and stats are just going up, 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 up. So I need to
When you
start
don't
posting
have
again.
content, people
I
gotta watch what
know
you
they're
got.
desperate for me. No, I'm like, I got to start posting more stuff because maybe I'll get even more eyes, I guess. And we're getting close. We're getting close to monetization, guys.
Yay.
Go on another cruise. I can't check this off yet, but we did book a cruise, so I will be
Yay.
able to by the end of the year. Nashville for New Year's Eve. No, this won't happen. This won't happen, but maybe next year. Go skiing. Haven't done that. Didn't realize I put that on the list. That's so funny. And I don't know if we'll go skiing this year. Also, probably not, to be honest. We're
That's
not going to be
okay.
doing a lot of traveling at the end of the year, you guys. So probably no more trips. Pay off student loans. My last loan payment was on the first of next month. My last payment ever. I
Yay.
can't believe it. It's like a little bit more than my normal, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna pay it off. I want to be done.
Mhm.
So
I will
yeah,
have one of my loans paid off very soon.
it's the best feeling.
I know. My loans are
So
currently
good.
in forbearance, so I'm trying to like pay a little extra than I
Yeah,
normally.
yeah, 100%. That helped me so much, like paying a little bit more than you have to. Oh, it just goes so much faster. So it's good. But okay, now I think we're both down to our word of the year perfectly.
Yes.
So what was your word of the year this year?
I put heal and or restore, but I know I never felt connected to that, and I also still don't really feel connected to it.
Okay.
So we're just gonna like forget about him.
All right. I put for my word of the year adventure. Even though I haven't done a ton this year so far, I actually do still, I love this word. I do feel connected to it. And I feel like, which this might sound silly, you guys, but the one coffee a day situation has helped me, I think, be less stressed and focused on every detail in life. And it helps me be more adventurous just in general. Just in my everyday life, I'm like a little bit more go with the flow, a little bit more relaxed. And I feel like that's really good because it helps me like appreciate stuff and be
Yay.
able to have adventure and not just be like, oh, that's not part of the plan. So it's been really good. And I think I'll continue to have adventure for the rest of the year. So yeah.
Good.
Yes. Okay. On to the next. Marissa has a new section for us, which I
Yeah,
love.
I added a new section.
Oops.
I thought I'd been thinking about like new goals that I wanted for the rest of the year, and like these are
Yeah.
things that I had been saying like recently that I wanted to do.
Love
So
it.
I put in this section, and my new goals are to be active twice a day. I know that sounds weird and like a lot, but I think I really like working out before work. I really like
Yeah.
prioritizing that time, but I don't feel like I'm like super active after work, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
change that. And with having a dog, it's easy to just like say, oh, we're going on a quick walk after dinner and like taking the puppy out on a walk.
Yeah.
So I think that that can look like two walks in a day. It can look like a 5 minute indoor workout. It can be two
Mm-hmm.
intense workouts. I just want to be active more frequently. So, so far, this has been going well. I mean, of course, yesterday I wasn't home at all. I was at the concert all
Yeah.
like this didn't
But
happen.
you were hella walking though.
I was hella walking. My like I like the Garmin a lot because I feel like it's a
Yeah.
lot more comprehensive stats. And the
Agree.
way that it told me that I burned like so many calories yesterday, like way
Yeah.
more than I do in a day that I work out, I was like, oh my God, that's a
It's
lot.
wild. I love Garmin. I cannot sing its praises enough. I've
I
gotten
know.
two more people to buy Garmins, and one of them actually used my Amazon link. I was like, slay.
It's
They're so
so worth
good.
it, honestly.
So worth it.
Garmin sponsors here right now.
Please. We should do a whole
And
episode just on Garmin watches. I would
for
love
real.
that.
And then the next one kind of goes hand in hand with being a little bit more active. I
Yeah.
want to explore new places with Scarlet. She gets her
Uh,
final shots tomorrow, and I'm
big
so
girl.
excited to be able to take her on like dog park trips and walks at parks, not just around the apartment complex or on like sidewalks,
Yeah.
because their puppy can get sick really easily and like
Hmm.
get like really bad diseases that can kill it if it's not vaccinated, just like
Damn.
you
Yeah.
normally hear about like with like kids and stuff
Yeah.
too. So I'm really excited to be able to take her out and go around the parks and
Oh my
everything.
God. That's so cute and exciting.
I know.
I didn't fill in any new goals, you guys. I did get inspired by Marissa's first goal, and I'm gonna say to go on a walk every day.
Mm,
Because even if it's short, it's good for you. Like you can't be
mm,
worse for you to go on a walk, I feel like. And we've been doing it a little bit here and there, even just to the mailbox, I feel like, because our mailbox is not at our house, but just going on a short walk, it's like I need that time of getting outside because I can get so stuck in the house because I don't go anywhere for work. So I just sit here and then I go outside. I'm like, oh, I forgot it was summer and like warm and it's nice and I feel happy. Oh my God. So I'll try to put that because I think that's a good way to get active and a good way to get outside.
mm-hmm.
That's all I got. I didn't really think of a lot of other goals. Probably just enjoy my year and try not to be stressed every day.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's our goals check-in, you guys. And surprisingly, it's only been 53 minutes. So
Yay.
we kind of lied. Not really though. So what's funny, I didn't notice this, but this episode that you guys just listened to is kind of a follow-up of our episode 96. And our next episode in 2 weeks that you're going to hear is kind of a follow-up of our
Episode
episode
97.
97, which I
I
didn't
noticed that when
realize.
I was putting the documents together. I was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I know. I didn't notice that till this morning. I'm like, wait, what? So, yeah, stay tuned. That's kind of like a little hint. Maybe you'll have to go do some sleuthing to figure out what we're talking about.
Sleuthing.
Sleuth around, get caught up on episode 96 and 97. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow us to stay up to date. We're on Instagram at We Run on Coffee, and I'm going to be posting if you know you know stories when this episode goes live. And if you missed the episode live date, it's okay because you can go to our profile and see them on our highlights and see all
Hmm,
the
hmm,
pictures
hmm.
of like Marissa getting her allergy test and me in LA going to a costume shop. It'll be cool. Swear. Me at Gilmore Girls set. That's what I'll show you
Hmm.
guys.
Hmm.
So follow us to stay up to date. If you need to email us, you may do so at werunoncoffeepodcast@gmail.com. And I think that's it. So we will see
Yay.
you guys not next week. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And with that, I'm Erica.
And I'm Marissa. And we run on coffee.
Bye.
Bye.